Let's do it. So, like I said, Matt Walsh tweeted over the last year, my family's been harassed during docs. For those of you who don't know, Matt Walsh is, by his own words, a theocratic fascist and a best-selling children's author. He is one of the worst anti-trans accounts on here. And, of course, for that reason, Elon Musk loves him. And the journalist, Del Cameron, who wanted to contact the hacker, okay, was banned after writing an article and reaching the hacker and writing an article about why the hacker hacked Matt Walsh. That's right. And when he did that, Andy Ngo and all the other weirdos chirped about the dude, and Elon Musk turned around and banned the hacker. I mean, this level of like personal attention for one individual Twitter user is wild to me, but not unexpected from Elon Musk. They do this all the time. Elon Musk literally runs this platform to get love from some of the worst motherfuckers on the planet, like Ian Miles Wrong or Andy Ngo. That's Mr. Free Speech for you. You need to be like an unhinged, psychopathic, right-wing weirdo, and as long as you say all that, as long as you say some psychotic shit on the platform, you have direct access to Elon, who's one of the most powerful and one of the most wealthy people on the planet, and he will work for you. He will do anything and everything for you. He will literally personally ban people for you. Okay? Now, Jeremy Boring, the co-founder and the co-CEO of the Daily Wire, tweeted out some stuff, some details about Matt Walsh's hacking. You may be aware that Matt Walsh blog had his Twitter account hacked last night. What you may not know is that the attack went well beyond Twitter. The hackers have managed to gain access to, well, everything, including 20 years of Matt's emails. Holy a treasure trove. What scandalous information will the hackers find in Matt's email? I do not know. I'm sure I said things in my 20s that I wouldn't feel great having aired publicly. What will real Daily Wire's response to be to things 20-year-old Matt have said? Hashtag LOL. I highly doubt this. If it came out that Matt Walsh was seriously, doing criminal like pedophilia and whatnot, there is 0% chance that they would defend him. They would fire him. There are certain things that no matter what you say, there are certain things that even the right understands is toxic. Okay? And there are certain things that even the right understands and will release you for. If he is, for example, openly fantasizing about white supremacist ideology. Okay? Straight up. Like, not just like anti-trans. Okay? You said if he was seriously doing illegal, I highly doubt he'd do them through email. Not just email, but through Twitter DMs, all that sort of stuff. Okay? 100%. You're crazy. You're absolutely crazy if you think that that's not the case. They have done it. They fired Tucker Carlson's head writer when journalists were able to link his account to his like forum account where he was like talking about white supremacy shit, like how he would never go to like a non-white doctor or stuff like that. And he was immediately fired. Not a single person said cancel culture because everyone understands there's a certain point where it is like justifiable and understandable to fire someone because they've become a genuine liability. The reason why you don't even remember that is because no one talked about it, because everybody understood in the right and on the left that like it was a totally reasonable quote unquote cancellation. That's it. Okay? That's it. Cancel culture simply means I don't agree with this person being canceled. I don't agree with this person being fired. That's it. This hack, as terrible and as invasive as it is just another day at the office for us. Here's what happened in the last 48 hours. Why is he posting his L's? Very weird. First, Matt Walsh blog was demonetized on YouTube for violating some opaque, arbitrarily applied standard or another related to speaking on the biological truth about Dylan Mulvaney. I can't be more specific. because the capriciousness is the point for these platforms. Just 24 hours later, I'm Brett Cooper was permanently banned from TikTok. Her crime? I don't know, because again, the capriciousness is the point. First of all, I've been banned more times than Brett Cooper has from TikTok with no legal recourse, so get the fuck out of here. At the exact moment Matt Walsh was being hacked by criminals, Michael Knowles was being evacuated from Pitt Tweet from University of Pittsburgh because of a violent riot protesting his speech in which trans activists and sundry of other leftists burned Michael in an effigy and tussled with police. That's just the last 48 hours, and that is in addition to all the usual death threats, harassment, and corporate targeting that are our daily companions at their real Daily Wire. Do assholes on the right make death threats against, say, AOC? Sure, and damn them for it. The difference for us is that virtually every institution in public life agrees we should be removed and silenced. That's pretty funny. You say that because that's not the truth. You literally just talked about a highly paid speaking engagement that one of your fucking guys was involved in. What are you talking about? Michael Knowles is going to get paid. I know how these things work, okay? On the right, I know how they work. On the left is different. On the left is free 99. If you see someone, and I don't mean like Hillary Clinton talking to fucking Goldman Sachs, but if you see like an activist or even someone like myself do a speaking engagement, that's $0. Okay? $0. You see Ben Shapiro go to a college campus, that's the Young Americans for Freedom Foundation greasing his wheels for like 75 grand, oftentimes dono matched by alumni that are also conservative that make sure that you get like double the amount for a speaking engagement. These guys don't do this out of the kindness of their hearts. They don't do this because they truly believe it. They might. But it's certainly because they're getting well paid for these speaking engagements. Okay? Wait, the Clintons get speaking fees? What? Yeah, of course they do. Every fucking liberal, every wealthy liberal in a position of power gets speaking engagements from the corporations as like remittance for all of the crimes that they allowed them to get away with during their course of power. Welcome to the world, the real world. Anyway, we're continually fact-checked. Almost all facts are removed on appeal, by the way, but not before they have the desired effect of stunting our reach. Yeah. Okay. The rest of this stuff is stupid. But Ian Miles wrong. Got this guy banned. Let's take a look at the article. The breach of the right-wing provocateur was simply a way of stirring up some drama, the attacker tells Wired, but the damage could have been much worse. The hacker, who claims to have compromised the Twitter account of right-wing commentator Matt Walsh, last night says he meant no harm, though he was clearly in a position to exact some. The whole purpose of the attack, he says, was to stir up controversy and sow chaos on Twitter. If that was all he was after, well, mission accomplished. Walsh's account first appeared compromised Tuesday night after a series of out-of-character posts appeared on his feed. We already read all that stuff. Walsh, who hosts a Daily Wire podcast named after himself, has been frequently characterized as an online troll. He previously described himself as a theocratic fascist, claims to believe anime is satanic, and push for state executions of doctors who provide minors with gender-affirming care. Just to give you a little bit, just to give you some of his opinions. These are the most like the immediate ones that stick with you. Due to his efforts to foment attacks against the LGBTQ community online and in media, denigrating trans people in particular as groomers, Walsh drew criticism more recently over a series of resurfaced remarks in which he refers to girls as young as 16 as being the most fertile. The intent was to make funny tweets, as Matt Walsh likes to trigger people, said Doomed, who declined to provide his real name. We caused no financial harm, threatened anyone, nor ruined anything. It was merely, he says, a few silly words on social media. A pinned tweet on Walsh's profile, which was suspended a few hours after the hacks began. My pronouns are that N-word. The hack was accomplished, Doom says, using a technique known as SIM swapping. Yep, called it. The attack typically involves hackers tracking a cellular provider into switching a victim's phone number into a SIM card to hackers' control, rather than the one in the victim's phone. Doomed, however, claims Walsh's phone was compromised with the help of an insider. In addition to his Twitter account, Walsh's Google and Microsoft accounts appeared to have been compromised, granting Doomed unfettered access to the right-wing host's private emails. Several screenshots were provided as proof of the intrusion, including an apparent copy of Walsh's W-2 tax form, which lists his employer, Bent Key Services LLC, the publisher of Daily Wire. Business organizer lists Shapiro as the company's director. Other images include a direct message on Twitter from Shapiro from 2017, emails between Walsh and the conservative commentator Steven Crowder, host of Louder with Crowder podcast dated March 2014, and a photo of Walsh holding up a paper dated November 2020, apparently used to authenticate some type of accompanying message. Emails between Walsh and Crowder are largely benign, with Crowder introducing himself before he and Walsh began opining about the imminent collapse of the cable news industry, which has thus far failed to materialize, and the growing obsolescence of talk radio. Talk about shrinking market shares, Walsh says, a former terrestrial radio host himself remarks. Walsh goes on to say his primary goal is growing his personal brand for profit. There's certainly plenty of money to be made when you can get millions of hits online, and I'm a capitalist and I have a family, so I've decided to start getting serious about that. Other screen, of course, you know, I mean, I don't even think that they can lie about that. But yeah, I'm a capitalist, so I can be a bad person is always the funniest fucking counter. Yeah. But no, guys, left-wing people are the grifters. Neither Dell's story nor his Twitter feed contain hacked materials. We do not believe his account violated Twitter's policy. We have not received any further explanation from Twitter, and our attempts to reach Twitter's press office were met with the customary poop emoji. We asked that the account be reinstated and that Twitter provide an explanation. Yeah, they permanently suspended him because he reported on Matt Walsh's hacked account. Ironic because Matt Walsh himself used information from this article when saying he is when recognizing how the hack happened. When he talked about someone on the inside, apparently. Anyway. Another screenshot appears to show the hacker in the midst of compromising Walsh's accounts, triggering authenticating requests received on the SIM swap device. Attacks Walsh could have prevented by using an authentication app instead of receiving security codes via SMS, or by upgrading his defenses with a USB token such as a YubiKey. Twitter announced in February that it would know. Oh my God, it's literally because. Oh my God. Oh my God, he got SIM swiped. You got SIM hacked too once, right? No, I did not, as a matter of fact. I have been targeted many times, but no. Excuse, he might have. The hacker, who acknowledged he was merely bored and felt like stirring up some drama, also used Walsh's account to plug what he called a silly, ironic LGBTQ rap song written by a friend. One tweet read, "I ain't a gangsta, I'm a sassy shooter." I noticed he panicked and removed his iCloud and stuff, Doom says, adding he didn't really care what Walsh had stored on it. I literally only wanted his Twitter account to make stupid tweets, and it worked. Both sides are arguing over it. Likely to the chagrin of Walsh's online detractors, Doom said he has no plans to continue the plaguing of self-described fascists, telling Wired that he's already signed out of Walsh's account and has even tried returning his access. Attempts at contacting Walsh have so far failed, Doom says. A Wired email to Walsh went unanswered. However, understandably, he may not be immediately reachable for comment. Why would he panic? I mean, dude, come on. Come on, guys. Matt Walsh is a psychotic freak, but like he's still a human being. Like you would fucking panic too if your shit was compromised. Come on now. Let's be real. Protesters marching in the building chanting, "Fuck you, fascists." Waiting in line to see Walsh speak. I mean, you're the biggest goober on the planet if you want to go see Matt Walsh speak, actually. Why are you always charitable to these weirdos? I hate Matt Walsh. But I'm just saying that it's like understandable that he would want to like remove any kind of fucking access that he could in the off chance that like, bro, what are you talking about? There's like private information on there. You know what I mean? Photos of his fucking family and shit. Like, I'm not trying to humanize him because he is the worst scumbag on the fucking planet. But like, you know. But yeah, I think part of it is because he got hacked because Elon turned off mobile authentication and Matt didn't set up a two-factor authorization with an app. Am I personally a little upset that this guy was just simply trolling? Maybe a little bit. You know?